I believe that most of you know the foundation of information science. In the year of 1992, Michael Conrad and Pedro Marijuán promoted this informal individual. And FIS has a wonderful mailing list. And the objective of this research is to collect some quantitative data about this mailing list. Okay. Okay. And what are the main research questions of this work? First, we want to discover what topics were discussed in FIS mailing list between 1997, that's when the mailing list started, to 2016. Second question is, what are the topics of discussion and how they are ranked? This is the first question, isn't it? Now, okay. How they are ranked. And the third question, what are the most productive users? Okay. We have a previous work, Shuishan Yang wrote in his book 2016, a research that he made about the messages of FIS mailing list between 1997 and 2007. It was a more comprehensive work, okay, because he analyzed the content of the messages. This research, no, the research only the quantitative analysis, okay? Well, once you have the numbers, we can discuss some of the statements that are in the site of FIS. One of them is a unifying perspective on the different approaches to information. This is a kind of definition, what is FIS, okay? What is information science? What is information? That's a good question, isn't it? Okay. All these statements are in the FIS site, that is fis.sciforum.net. And how did we do that? How was the methodology? Okay. Firstly, I want to present you the data source. Okay. The data source was the messages archives. Okay. There are 3 sites that store the messages of FIS list. We chose 2 of them to reach the period between 1997 and 2016. This is the one and the other. Let me see one. Let me show you one. Okay. Okay. What did you do? We have this site here. This page has an index of all messages. Okay. All messages. Obviously, from 1997 to 2007, okay? And each of one of these messages have a page for it, okay? What we did, we used a software called HT Tracker, and we downloaded all the sites to our local computer, okay? And we used this index page to import some data to a spreadsheet. Which data was the date, okay, the subject of the messages, and the author that are here, okay? How did you do that? Oh, you know, all the pages in the internet have its source, okay? Source code. And this source code has tags. So we use these tags as delimitator to extract the data we want, okay? So it was like this. So the process, methodological procedures was, first step, to export this to Excel. Let's open the file. Here's the file. Here's the subject, the author, the date, and here we'll talk about this later, okay? Here it is, all the information we extracted from the site. These three fields, okay? And then what did we do? Message classification. We have the titles of the sessions in this page here, okay? Who did it was Raquel Del Moral, this page here. And here, here there are all the sessions from 1998, okay? And then I used this title of sessions, okay? But they were not sufficient. We have to add some topics because many times in the middle of the conversation, the people start talking about another thing, okay, related with the thing, but another thing. So I have to put another, I think that was 16 new topics to this classification, okay? So there were many topics, okay? There are many topics here, okay? So what did we do? We grouped the topics, okay? So we created grouped topics that each one grouped topic will have inside it many of the topics, okay? So we did that. And this grouped topic was in this column here, okay? How did we do it? We didn't analyze all the 5,000 messages, okay? We only read the first message of each grade, okay? And the first or the first, second, third message, we have we grab the content and have the information to classify it, okay? So we have this spreadsheet. This spreadsheet, we use pivot table, Excel pivot table mainly. We use another formulas too to compute the results, okay? So we'll show you now the results. The first result I would like to show you is the annual evolution of the number of messages, okay, year by year, okay? Also in this graphic we have here the conferences, okay? First notice that right after one conference we have a rise of number of posts. I think it is because of the conference, okay? Here we have the same effect, here less, and here one a little bit more here, okay? And we see that the year of 2004 was the champion, almost 600 messages. 2016 was good too. Okay, but let's see more details. 2004. You see, the grouped topic discussed in 2004. Okay, we see that we have a long discussion about information and physics. Okay, and also appears here consilience, a different term. Okay, but this word was originally coined by William Will in 1840, and it has to do with scientific consensus or something like that. Okay, but I have looked this word for another research by Gilda Braga, that is a Brazilian researcher. Okay, that associate this term with interdisciplinarity. So it was very good to see this term discussed in physics. Was a good connection to information science. Okay, good. And here we have all the 32 grouped topics here. Okay, we have a total of 5,375 messages. Okay, and this is the first 17, and then the rest. Here we see the champion is information and physics. Okay, definitely the members of physics like physics to discuss physics and information. You see, it appears many times in all periods. Okay, and also we have definition of information. Obviously, announcement and social announcement and administrative messages are messages that that are not discussions. Okay, so you see in second place definition of information. Fair, right? You have also here many contexts of information is object of study. You have biological context, social context, neuroscience context, information and meaning. I think it's the oldest discussion of information science. Okay, since the time of Shannon theory of communication, we have this discussion. Okay, I think even before that. And phenomenology was a good, very good discussion. It was a recent discussion, okay, with many subsections. It was very good and deep discussion, okay. Information theory is here, okay. Information theory is related to some way to definition of information, but it was only discussed in a specific period of time. It's not like a definition of information that appears in many discussions all over the years. Okay. And here we have the second part of the table, showing the last discussed topics. Okay. Surprisingly, we see information science here. It was the main aspect of physics, a new information science, but it's not discussed a lot. Okay, only in the beginning we have 6 messages, and now we have a few messages about it. Maybe this would be more discussed. I don't know. Okay, that's it. And the other topics are concentrated here. There are sessions. Okay. Well, let's see information physics, the champion. Information physics this grouped topic was composed of the following topics, individual topics, okay? They grouped information in physics, that's what we discussed in 1998, information in physics, 2002, entropy and information, 2004, quantum information, the nature of microphysical information, quantum Bayesianism. Okay, so this is what we're discussing. It appears that the fifth member is like very much to discuss physics and information. Okay, so talking about the members, here are the top 10 members. Okay, the members that post more in the list. Okay, Pedro is in the top of the ranking, of course, because he is the list moderator, and he posts about every subject, and also administrative messages is associated with him, so he is the champion. Okay, so we have in second place Loet Leidersdorf. He likes to discuss many things. He's a very productive member. The same we can say with the other members, or that is in top list. They like to discuss many things in many subjects. Okay. But I think this column here is very informative. Here we have the areas of interest of these members. See, look, the diversity of the areas involved in the discussion list. Because of this, I guess, the discussions are very rich. The discussions are always very rich. You have points of view of many areas involved on it. Okay? That is very good. And it looks like the FIS list has an interdisciplinarity potential. Okay? Think about the discussion. We have in the site of FIS, we have these statements by Pedro Marijuana that informational process demands both unifying and multi-perspective approach. These two terms here is apparently contradictory, no? I don't know, but in fact they are complementary, not opposite, and rise the discussion about a non-reductionist unified definition of information. We saw that discussion about the definition of information are repetitive, okay? It seems that we never end endless discussion about this. So there are more disagrees than agrees about this, okay? But we have one concept. At least one thing, almost everybody agree that information is a concept that is context dependent. Okay. In another research that I did, I asked to some researcher in information science, what is information? Many of them said, I don't know. However, when I asked it, but what is information specifically in your area, specifically in your research, they can answer very precisely what is information in that context. Okay? For example, Pedro Marijuana and Bob Logan, for them, information is essentially biological. For example, information is living beings exchanging information to survive. Okay? But on the other hand, in quantum computing especially said to me that quantum information is his object of study, and quantum information is obviously abiotic. Okay? So the question is that possible to have a unified concept of information? I don't know. But it was a discussion in 2011 between that Mark Borgin stated this discussion in his list, and we have a couple of emails, posts exchanged between Mark and Rafael Kapur that was very brief about it. In his book, I didn't read the Mark Borgin's book, but I read some parts of the book, and it's very interesting and very consistent and fundamental effort to have a unified definition of information. By the other hand, and in this text here, that was transcribed that discussion that was between Rafael Kapur and two other colleagues, is a unified theory of information feasible? So they have philosophical arguments against this or not. Anyway, this is difficult discussion and rich discussion, okay? Another thing that is, and in the site of FIS, is stating that information science is a renewed information science is needed, okay? A renewed one. And I had a conversation once with Pedro Marijuana. I asked him, do you think really information science is as important as physical is? He answered me, it's more important. And I said, why? And he gave me an example. Imagine you are in an autonomous car, okay? What's more important to know? How the engine works, or all the informative processes that are related to the car's movement? Of course, information is more important. So, in modern world, information science is really more important than physics, maybe. And maybe one of the four great domains of science. Okay? I think that is what FIS is all about. To treat information science in a new fashioned way. Okay? Well, finally, the last but not the least, I would like to present you the work of Olga Pombo that present the levels of integrative work, research, or disciplines. Okay? She says that we have three levels of these integrative things. It's about interdisciplinarity, but interdisciplinarity is the middle level. The lower level is the multidisciplinary, and the higher is transdisciplinary. Multidisciplinary work or areas or disciplines are maybe involved in solving a problem, the same problem, but they run in parallel. Okay? The disciplines do not interact deeply one with each other. Okay? Specialists are inside their disciplines. They are not the movement of convergence. So convergence will happen when you have interdisciplinarity. Okay? When the disciplines transpass the barrier, the frontiers between the boundaries between the discipline across it. Okay? And you have this interdisciplinarity. The specialist in one discipline is interested in the opinion and the definitions and the concepts in the other disciplines. Okay? So you have this convergence here. And transdisciplinarity is higher level on, you can of course the fusion of disciplines like physics plus biology, giving biophysics. Okay, so we have here the higher level, but I think the messages of physicists, what I had analyzed, I think they are mostly in the multidisciplinary level, okay? Because discussions, the opinions, it's difficult to change the opinions of people inside disease, okay? It's difficult. People have these opinions, but I think the discussions are very rich. They accept the opinions of each other, but I think they could do work together like this, using two concepts, different concepts, to create another. Okay, that's it. That's what I wanted to tell to you today. Thank you very much. Okay.